Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make these cute patriotic flip-flops. Now it's close to the 4th of July, but honestly, I would wear these all summer long. This is a project that would be really good to do with kids, or say you're on vacation and you want to just sit and do something that's fun as a craft activity, or even like a youth group, or even just by yourself. So it'll probably take at least a half an hour to an hour. The supplies are very inexpensive. I'll show you where I got mine. So stick around and I'll tell you how I did it. The supplies that you're gonna need are going to be a pair of flip-flops. Now I got these at Dollar Tree for $1. They did not have bandanas, so I drove through the parking lot, went to Walmart, and they had a bunch of bandanas. You can either buy them for $1 each, but I know I'm gonna be doing several projects, so I went ahead. It was cheaper just to get the 10 bandanas in the 10 pack. There are 2 black, 3 white, 3 red, and 2 navy in here. So for this project, you're gonna need a red, white, and blue. That's it, and you're not even gonna need all of those. But basically, one thing to remember when you're decorating these, you want them to look like a flag. So you wanna decorate them from the perspective of the people that are gonna be looking at you. So the field of a flag typically takes up about 1/3 of the flag. So I'm gonna begin by decorating and using about a dozen. And then I'm gonna alternate red and white stripes, and then they will carry over onto the left portion. So I've done a little bit of trial and error so far, but what I thought was easiest to do was to take a yardstick, to lay it down on my bandana, and then I just at 1-inch increments made tiny little slits. Then I flipped the bandana over and did the same thing, made tiny little slits at the 1-inch mark. And then I did take a pencil. If you have a piece of chalk, that would work too. I just connected the 2 slits that I made and drew very lightly with a pencil on this blue. You can't even really see it. Then I went ahead and cut them into 1-inch strips like that. And then I just kind of tried out a length that I thought was good. Now, cutting them in half made the pieces too long. So what I ended up doing was cutting them in thirds, which is about 7.5 inches. Because remember, the most important thing is you want to be safe. So if you make them too long, you could be tripping on them or having people step on them when they're walking next to you. So this is the length that I ended up when I cut them into thirds, which I thought was really good. So you can loop these any way you'd like. If you just want to tie them in a simple knot. And I didn't go and start over here because I thought that would be dragging on the ground. So I chose to start my blue about up here where it's going to be sort of the top of your foot rather than the side, because I did not want them to be hanging off. If there's rain, they're going to be getting wet. So I put them to where they kind of stick up above the sole. Maybe these ones along the side I might trim, but I did like a slip knot where I went in half, and then I went from the inside, brought those 2 ends through the loop, and then kind of wormed it down there and pulled it real tight. And because I don't want them to come loose and come off, I did give them another knot. And then I'm gonna pull that tight. And then when they're all on here, that shouldn't go anywhere. So I think about a dozen looks to be about proportionate. And when you do one of those slip knots, it kind of gives it a nice braided look rather than the traditional knot. But if you have trouble, or if there's a kid doing this and they have trouble with that slip knot, then that's perfectly acceptable. But I just personally like how that braided look is on here. So then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna get out my white bandana, cut it into 1-inch strips. Then I'm gonna take the 1-inch strip and divide it into 3. And then I'm gonna alternate red, white, and then just knot them on there. And I will get a time-lapse video of that though, showing how it's done. So this is the kind of thing that people are gonna be stopping you and saying, oh my gosh, those are so cute, or how did you do them? So if they do, refer them to my video. this is how it's turning out so far. It looks really cute. I was thinking if I had any rhinestones, they might be cute to put them on here to make them look like stars. But you could really do these however you want. You could actually like braid them around this band too if you would like. So I'm just going to continue. The pieces that were on the outer portion have a little bit of that stitching. If you don't like that, just trim it off. I've been trimming it off if it looks like it's going to show, if it's in a very visible area. If it's somewhere down here, probably no one's going to notice that. But again, you just fold the fabric in half to make a loop, and then you slide your two ends. If you have trouble, you could use like a pencil to help you, and I think the name of the game is to getting this and pulling it very tight right off the get-go, and also sliding this portion down to meet the next one. So I'm just gonna keep doing that method and continuing. I probably will stop right about here. Like I said earlier, I don't want them to be hanging off and either be getting wet on the ground or be some kind of a tripping hazard. So I think just the bridge of the foot is a nice look. And I started with the red flip-flop. You could get white. I know at the Dollar Tree they also had blue. I don't know what bag those are in. They also had blue. They had some that actually had a cute little 4th of July. It was a heart that had a flag in it. They were like a size small kids, and I need a size women's medium. So anyway, that's where I got my supplies. Very cheap, and this is something that's very cute. So I hope this video inspires you to do something crafty, whether it's this project or something else you'd like to try. If there are any questions you have, please leave them for me in the comments. I hope you follow me. I'm on Instagram and TikTok. And I thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.